I still have my doubts about this whole process, and I hope this works as well as the chocolate pudding cake did. We posted the chocolate pudding cake and got so many requests for the lemon pudding cake that I am making the lemon pudding cake today. So the first thing we're going to do is take a cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I put a large pinch of salt in. And I'm gonna sift this. The recipe calls for sifting, and I think they want the cake to be light and airy, so I decided to do that. I don't always sift the flour. I'm gonna stir this up. We're going to add the sugar, which is half a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of lemon rind that I've used this tool and just ground the rind off of the lemon. Make sure when you do that you don't get the pith in there. It makes it very, very bitter. So you just lightly slide that over. So this is the lemon rind. The last 3 ingredients is, I forgot what, half a cup of milk, a half a teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 tablespoons of melted butter, not shortening this time. This actually calls for butter. And then I'm going to mix it up. Now, some of the comments that we got on the chocolate pudding cake was that people just mixed it right in the mixing pan, but I'm gonna mix this in here today and then put it in the mixing pan. Okay, so this is mixing nicely. And this calls for a pan that holds 4 to 6 cups of water. I'm using the 8x8. I think I could double this and still fit it in the 8x8, but I'm going to put it in. So we're going to put that in the pan and spread this. So there is the base of this. So the next step is I'm going to take a third of a cup of sugar and another teaspoon of lemon rind, and I'm going to just mix these together in a bowl. And this is the topping, which I feel like this is what makes the top of this cake crunchy. Okay, and then we're going to just sprinkle that over the top. Okay. And then the next part hurts my cooking heart, but we're gonna give it a shot. So we need a cup of hot water, which I've just heated up. Okay. And then we have a half a cup of lemon juice here. So we're gonna pour that in with the hot water. Ooh. Stir that up just a little bit. And we are going to take just enough to cover the top of this. And then the most interesting thing, which some of you mentioned, was we're going to pour it over the back of the spoon, which I have never done in my life. So this is, oh, cool. Very interesting. And this just seems like too much water to put in. Ew. It's just so weird. It still doesn't feel like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is really a lot of water. Okay. So now I have the oven, I've heated it to 355 Fahrenheit or 180 Celsius. And I am going to put this in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes. So I'll put the timer on for 30 minutes and we'll come back and take a look at this. Oh, this works. I'm going to be very happy, and then I'm going to start playing with it. Ooh. Oh my. Wow. Feels very done. Okay. One thing with this one is that it needs to sit for at least 10 minutes to let the juice underneath solidify a little bit. It's hot, and that's because of the lemon juice, I would assume. So we're going to let this sit for 10 or 15 minutes, and then we're going to try it. So if this turns out well, I've got some ideas for some other flavors and things I can do with this. And I'm very excited to get this out of here. I can tell that the pudding part has thickened up a little bit. And I'm scooping it this time because that's what oh, look at the pudding. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. A little whipped cream on that. Off to the side so I can taste it without it as well. Get a spoon. Let's give this a try. The top is very, just nicely crunch as you go through that. Oh my goodness. It's making it's very lemony. The cake is perfect. It's got a nice crumb on the top of that. And it is just so good with that pudding. Yum. And if you think this is good, if it turns out good for you, check here and see what else we have that's really delicious.